The Talking Guys, episode 58. How was that? Was that a good intro?
That was
Good
the
enough?
best intro we've had yet. I'm pretty sure.
No, probably wasn't.
It honestly
New
might have been
day,
slightly early. We might have missed the beginning of what you said, but
new day, new time, something like that. We're on Tuesdays now.
we are
So
on
for those,
Tuesdays now.
well, actually, today's Monday, but if you're watching this, it's probably Tuesday, or maybe it is Monday the following week. I don't know when you're watching this. If it is in the future, please let us know if COVID's still a thing. Just drop us a comment.
That would be nice.
Let us know how long it lasts, I guess. Patrick is getting a list of tattoos on his back of all the STDs he's getting. He's making a checklist, and he figured the best way to do that and make sure that everyone knows what he has and what he's collected so far is get him tattooed. So,
Yep. I
uh,
think it's a great idea.
Gotta catch them all.
so his idea is he wants to have little check boxes next to the disease itself.
I feel like
However,
there's
though,
too many. Like,
no, you just what you do
there's
is
probably so much more than I even know. I feel
Hey,
like-
your body is a
I feel
canvas,
like
Patrick.
Yeah, it's a canvas, and your back is a very big space. So
Yeah,
just
you
a
can fit a
list
lot
down
on
the
there.
back. With
And
check marks.
to save you costs, because what you want to
Mhm.
do is you want to get them all initially, right? All listed somewhere on your body, and then you can just get like a Sharpie or a permanent marker, and then you actually write in the little checkbox.
I mean,
once you get
I'm
it.
thinking get your own tattoo gun to do the check box, because what's the worst that's gonna happen? You get another disease, another check mark. Boom.
So when you guys do check marks, the boxes to tick them, do you write a check mark or do you write an X?
Check. Faster.
Yeah, it's.
Is it faster?
box.
Yeah, because
You're
there's no
supposed to-
lifting of the pin. It's just boom instead of boom boom.
Yeah, but
Just
you can
boop.
write an X without lifting the pen up.
Well, yeah, but then that's 3 lines then.
You just retrace whatever you drew. Half of it.
It's
Yeah, but
stupid.
it's
Why
slower.
would you do that?
It's slower than
Yeah,
just a quick
like-
check. I'm just like boom.
Yeah,
I'm
but
out.
X marks the spot, right? Whenever parts
No.
are treasure, they don't write a check.
Listen.
I'm just saying, like if you have a
look at
check mark on your
form-
back, you don't want people digging for treasure. Just saying.
That's
If-
why you want to put the X's.
No.
Because you're digging
It
for
says
treasure.
check. It says check the box. It's not hard.
X the
check.
box, not
It's
circle
not
the box.
X the box, circle the box, fill the box in. It's check the box. You
How many
check
do you have?
the
How many
box.
boxes do you have ticked off?
None.
When
But
do you plan on starting?
say what?
When do you plan to start?
Hopefully never. That would be pretty sucky.
So what you're telling me is you were an underachiever.
Wow.
Yeah.
You weren't very good at
Basically.
Pokemon, were you?
Well, I just want my starter Pokemon, and that's it.
Yeah. So which disease is the starter disease?
One that could be cured. So not something
Herpes.
like herpes. or
Herpes can be cured.
AIDS. No, it can't.
Yeah, it can.
I actually somebody
Anything's
that I
possible.
worked with that I didn't know well, but when I was doing private serving in Dallas, he was on, I think it was Bumble. And he's talking to this girl, and she's like super cool, really pretty. He's like, yeah. So I went on a date with her. Like everything's going great. I remember him telling us this. We're all like standing around. We're like, there's got to be a catch or something. It sounds too good to be true. And he's like, and I just don't understand. Like, she's like, I gotta tell you something. And he's like, oh crap, like you have a kid, something's wrong. A boyfriend, I don't know, like what are you gonna tell me? And she's like I have to tell you this. And he's like, uh-oh. And she's like, I have herpes. And she's like, but you're really cool and all this stuff. And he was just like, no.
No.
Yeah.
And I think he literally said he just like got up and left.
Well, hey, I
Damn,
mean, at
dude.
least she told him, right?
Yeah. So it's like respect, I guess.
It's classy.
That'd be
It's
pretty
classy.
it would be pretty sucky to have something like that.
It's that right there though is another reason to have the check boxes. You know, that way they can just
No.
look real quick. They'd be like, "Hey, what do you have?" Okay.
So if
I
you,
actually have know people that made themselves their partner like get checked like by like a doctor for STDs before they would have sex with them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like damn, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot of I mean, I guess that's pretty smart honestly nowadays.
well, I
Yeah.
know a lot of forms of birth control. When you go to those places, they test you for that kind of stuff.
Really.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
somebody I
don't
know
know.
got a birth control thing in her arm, right? Uh, and that it
That's-
like bruised her whole entire arm up for like 4 days before it finally. I was like,
Yeah, I think they've got quite a few different methods. I think the one that you're talking about, Pat, that's like the second to highest level, I think. The highest one's I think something they actually just put inside and basically just blocks everything, I'm pretty sure. But then they can actually stick like certain things in your arm, and those last a couple years, like 3 to 5
yeah.
years, I think.
She said 3 years. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's looking to go check those boxes off.
I've dated a couple girls with those.
What, the boxes?
Yeah, the boxes.
What did you get?
Well, let me show you.
You're like, what don't I have? Dang.
A syphilitis monk. Okay, I can't think of anything. Let me look it up real quick for you.
You don't
Just
need
so
to
you-
look it up. I don't think people either know or don't care. This is two people out there.
Um. Yeah, I got nothing. He has sores. They develop all over his back. Yeah,
That's gross.
yeah. But I mean, hey, it was worth it, right?
Oh yeah. What's a little sore on
Yeah,
your
for
back?
30 minutes, it was worth it.
Oh, wow, a whole 30 minutes. Like really
You know,
fantastic.
it's crazy, right? I don't know if I can say necessarily from experience, but something you think about where, your other brain takes over and you're just like, okay, this is happening. We're doing this, whatever it is. And you don't think about the permanent consequences that can come from that. And it's just, in that exact moment, you're just thinking, this is awesome. This is great, you know? And then immediately
Yeah,
afterwards, you're just like,
I'm an idiot.
yeah, that's a regret right there because it's something I'm going to live with. And, thankfully, most of the time, the majority of diseases and stuff, they have, medications to control it. And, uh, you know, it was 150 years ago.
I mean, I think what we really need to get down to, and not get too serious,
When you get down to business and defeat the
is
Huns.
yeah. No. Oh, I thought we were getting down to another kind of okay. Um, is just don't have s- don't have sex with people that you don't know.
Or
That's why I
just
always
That's
or
use
the
just
best
hands.
policy.
or just don't have sex at all. That's the
Yeah.
best way
Yeah,
to
that
avoid
too.
it. Yeah.
Abstinence, man. It works
What
every
I'm doing.
time.
It's what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
I got lefty and righty.
No, that nothing. You're not no
Yeah,
fapping.
full
Nothing.
blown monk it.
Yeah.
You do know that masturbating actually does, at least in guys, can prevent testicular cancer and wet dreams.
My
So
dreams.
it's a healthy thing to do.
No. 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 I can't believe you said that. I'm telling your mom.
No, obviously,
You're
there's
gonna
a
get
point where it
punished for that.
becomes an addiction with
Uh-huh.
certain things, but occasionally doing it is even recommended.
So every
Uh,
day? Multiple times a day?
No, right now I'm doing it right now.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
So this was a
TMI.
good episode. I will see you guys sometime. I need to see hands right now.
It's all good.
One at a time. All right.
Holstered
goddamn.
it. Holstered.
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 Oh god. I'm on the highway earlier, right? And it is pouring to where you can't see 3 cars in front of you. And there was quite a few people not having their lights turned on.
What
And
an
that got me
asshole.
thinking, yeah, I was like, that would make for a perfect segment on the show, And so I started thinking of things I'm gonna call "You're an asshole" if, and number one on my list is if it's raining outside pretty heavily, not like a light drizzle, but pretty heavily, and you do not have your lights on, you're an asshole. If you pee with the seat down, you make a mess, and you walk away without cleaning it up, you're an asshole. If you don't tip, even though the service is great, you're an asshole.
That's true.
If you go to a restaurant, a sit-down restaurant where tipping is encouraged, like most sit-down restaurants, I'm looking at you, California. There's a lot of those places are including the tips into the overall bill, regardless of
Yeah,
how shitty
there's
service is.
up north it actually happens a lot more frequently, and like northeast,
I think
because
Austin's another place that does it too. That's in
they
Texas.
just pay them a way higher wage an hour, and then tipping is like something that you if somebody just killed it, you might give them like a little bit extra on top.
I'm talking because there are actual restaurants in like
But
places in like Seattle, California,
yeah,
uh, New York, where the tip is included in the price, and you've got no way of not paying.
yeah, yeah. My sister Taryn worked at a place and did it for like a month. Um, it was like a side job. She was doing something else there too, because I think it was like a spa and resort. But they paid their servers like $25 an hour, and
Nice.
the assistant server, they had a server and then an assistant server, and the assistant server got $15 an hour. But this was like at a 5-star spa resort place, so I doubt they do that everywhere. But yeah, and then so like there was no like uh, you didn't get tips unless people were just like, "Oh my god, you were just like the best person I've ever had," and then they would give like a little extra on top. But like everybody knew that went and ate there and stuff that like they were paid well.
And the prices were probably higher to compensate for that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's like yeah, it was a 5-star resort, so I'm sure the food was really expensive.
And I'm sure that you couldn't have an off night. You couldn't be somewhat nice. Like you had to be on point every night as a server. Like
Yeah.
Probably. Hey, but it
I'm
means you
sure
get
it's
paid
just I'm
fair.
sure
That's
$25 an
it's
hour.
fair.
stressful.
Yeah. But back to you're an asshole. If you go to a place and you don't set aside money in your budget to leave a tip if needed, you're an asshole. I had
I
a
mean, I feel like you can't go to a place and like if you're going to sit down at a restaurant, like say Chili's or something, and if you don't have like when you're thinking about can I afford this, if you don't have the tip included in your head, then you're being an asshole and you can't afford it. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
yeah.
My opinion.
Years ago, I had an acquaintance of mine. It wasn't really a friend. He was a cousin of a friend I was with. A couple of us had gone to a place, and service was pretty good. And yeah, he orders a drink, alcoholic beverage, appetizer, main entree, and a dessert. And when it comes down to the tipping, I don't know how it actually came about, but I guess I was sitting next to him or something, and someone pointed out to him. He's like, hey, you're left it blank because whenever the check comes after the card or the cash has been given, most of the time it's usually a card because then you can write down the tip on there. He said, "Nah, I just don't have any money to tip. Can't leave a tip tonight." Like, okay, all right.
Spend that money.
But you spent $40 on a meal.
Yeah. After that point, I actually don't really think I talked to him a whole lot after that because it's like you're kind of a dick, you know. So
I agree.
yeah,
Definitely.
That's what
Yeah,
I got so far.
yeah, no. That is I just wanna
Here's my things.
go
Two,
and lay back in my bed at
I
this
have
point.
2 rules to live by when it comes to tipping. One, if you are an incredibly attractive waitress, getting a good
Uh-huh.
tip. Two,
Yeah.
if the
Mhm.
service is great, you're getting even more of a tip.
So if you're an incredibly attractive waitress with a really good service, it's just like a bomb tip.
I am broke now.
Nice.
That's I feel like a lot of people do that. That's why it's I shouldn't say this because this will get people mad, but that's why I think it's easier to be a server as a woman because people usually see them as prettier, so they get that extra little, you know, people leave them a little bit extra because they're like, damn, that girl's pretty, unless
Yeah.
they have the worst attitude ever.
Yeah, I don't care how
But
attractive you
it
are. If I get shit service and it's like a slow night, uh, nah.
yeah, because we've had some that I guess you could call them pretty, um, but they had such bad attitudes that they weren't pretty.
No, no. If their attitude is
Yeah.
ugly, it's like, well, your personality is ugly, which means I don't care how attractive you might appear to be on the outside, on the inside, you're a bitch.
That actually made me probably yeah, I would that's another thing that makes me really angry is if you have a server and they just don't pay attention to you at all. Like at all for a long time. Now, if I know them well and I just know they're busy or something, it's like okay, I don't care as much. But like literally when they're sitting there and they're just like talking to their friends or whatever, for like 10, 15 minutes straight and like can't even come check
I
on you and you're like
I I feel like you
15
have a
feet
very
away.
specific person in your head right now.
Yes, I do.
Because I
And
know who
that made me
exactly you're talking
so
about. Oh yeah.
mad. I was fuming. I was
Well,
fuming. I
I thought
think
he was
So
talking about himself whenever you and I went to Chili's the one time.
oh yeah,
we did.
that was pretty
Oh, bro.
bad. That was pretty
Yeah, that was
bad.
pretty bad.
But like
I feel bad about it, but it was
we
like,
used to
dude.
have a
Ugh.
we used to have like a regular place we go to, right? We'd drink, eat food. It got to the point where like we
That's
knew
the
we
Cajun Bistro.
yeah, walk-ons, man.
Okay.
Um and then but we get to the point where oh, look at that. Walk-ons. Get to the point where we know the people well enough because we go there pretty often. It was across the street, and they had really good food. And then also most of the people were cool. But like we'd see like shift change, we'd see who would come in and be like, "All right, it's time to leave." When we might have been planning to stay for a couple more hours, we're like, "It's time to go. We're gonna get shit service. We're gonna never get our beers refilled." Like I don't want to. I'll feel obligated to tip them anyways because I feel bad. I definitely feel bad for not. And so
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna cut my tab before they get on, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, usually if the service is really bad, I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've actually left without leaving a tip. Usually though, if it's bad, I round up. So if my total is 19, you know, 95, then that person's getting 5 cents.
Okay. I mean, I will never not leave a tip because I know that they need it. But I mean, like for good service, I'm leaving way over, and for bad, like I'll leave a couple dollars still, even if it was bad. Like I
Yeah,
think like maybe once I have not left a tip, but that's because it was dead. I was in a restaurant that I don't think I've ever been to, but it was dead,
a place you're
and
not probably going back.
yeah, and they never came around, and when they did, like you say, hey, can I get a refill? Like, oh yeah, and then like 10 minutes go by, no refill. It's just like, no, you clearly don't want a tip, so I'm not. I think that was the only time I didn't leave a tip, but it was like insanely horrible, and there was no excuse. It couldn't even been like you're in the weeds, nothing like that. It was like dead.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
time if I'm going to a sit down
Like
restaurant, I want
if
to be
it's like
wined and
crazy
dined and
busy or
69.
something, then like it's different. But if it's like slow and you're just slow for no reason, all I can think of is from personal experience is they must be sitting in the back on their freaking phone or talking to their bestie that they work with that day or something because like there ain't no damn way it takes 10 minutes to get a refill when nobody's in the store. Like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah, there's two
So
kinds of.
that's where I don't understand. Like, I can be pretty understanding, and I think when that I still that gave that girl like a $5 tip, which was more than she deserved. But that's way below what you normally get.
And she gave
Because
you her
I
reason.
almost always tip 20% or more, depending on how good they are. It just depends on how good they are. So when I go out and eat, that's part of the assumption of like what I'm gonna spend. Like I already know, like, okay, I'm getting a steak and it's gonna cost me 20 something dollars, and I'm getting a beer and that's another like six. Um, I'm already at like $26. So right away, I'm like, I have to leave at least a $5 tip or close to a $5 tip to be at 20%.
Yeah, you have to allocate your budget.
Yeah, but usually if they're really good, I'll give them like a $10 tip on like a $26 bill. Okay, it's like not a big deal. I mean, I don't know, and I feel like, and I know Seth, me and him, we tip really good, but I swear to God, if we go to places regularly, they're always nice as shit to us eventually. Yeah.
It's 'cause we
You
tip
don't
well.
get you don't get you don't get bad service pretty much ever if they find out that like you actually tip well. They'll check on you, make sure things are good.
Well,
So
you have
now
two
maybe they're
kinds.
doing it for ulterior motives like your money.
I
But
I
you
straight up
know,
don't care for that because I mean I want to go and have good service and a little bit of social interaction, or I just order in or whatever. So I mean I don't care if they're just being nice for my money. Like I'm going there to pay them. Like that's the plan. Like it's I'm not gonna be one of those I can't think of his name right now, but the guy I'm talking about who like would be there every night and leave $50-$100 tips because he was trying to get with them.
That's when you go to
That's
strip
not
club for.
that's
oh,
not me.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. There you go. That's his name. But
I
No,
know
no
exactly. I
relation to
know
me.
exactly who you're talking about.
No relation to me.
so I mean, yeah, that was a but I'm going to go if they give me good service, give good tips like every time. Like last night, I spent $9, and I gave a $15 tip. Like
Yeah.
just
Same.
she was cool. We had good conversations, and so
Was she attractive?
Hell
definitely.
yeah.
But
There you go.
but I would have, even if she wasn't, she would have gotten the same tip though. Like I mean, I don't. That when it comes to waiters and waitresses, I really don't care if you're attractive. Like, not trying to pick you up. I just want good service.
Yeah, you have two
Yeah.
kinds of servers. You have the kind that never let your drink run more than 75%. Or I guess I have the backwards. You have two kinds of servers. You have one that will never let your drink go lower than 25% before they've brought you a refill. And you have another server who will come to your table, see that your drink is empty, and say, "Is there anything I can get for you?" It's like clearly I'm going to ask, "Can I get this a refill, please?" I shouldn't have to ask you when you can see my drink's almost empty or is empty. It's just ice.
Although,
Unless you've already paid out or something, but that's
Well, yeah,
all-
I mean, okay, but in the middle of a meal before the check arrives, if
Yeah.
my cup is just full of ice and nothing more, don't come to the table empty-handed and ask, "Can I
Agree.
get you anything?" It's like, well, yeah, I'm going to ask for a refill because I'm still in the middle of my meal, and that is a cup of ice. I did not pay for a cup of ice to go with my burger.
yeah.
I mean, wait for it, and you've got a water. So
I feel like
That's when the dessert gets there.
if you get there, you just ask like, "Hey, would you like a refill for that?" I've actually been denied. Like they're like, "Nah, I don't want any more." Um, so you can bring it, but that was a pet peeve. I definitely wouldn't say they were an a-hole for it, but dude, I swear to God, there would be people that literally you would give them a drink, and it has some ice in it, but not a lot, and it's like probably like 30 ounces or 24 ounces worth of Coke or whatever they're getting. You walk away, you come right back out, and they've already drank the entire drink, and you're like, "You
I
son
I
of
I will
a!"
admit, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do
Wow.
that.
I'm like, at least like sip on it. You literally like gulped it down like you were chugging a beer at this point.
Yeah,
This is
most of the time, if
crazy.
I do that though, I'm leaving a larger tip because they are going out of their way to take care of me. Like I said, I want to be wined, dined, and 69 when I go out.
Yeah, I had some.
Does that work for you
regulars
very often?
I'm 0 for.
a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn. Rip you, brother. I'm sorry for the bad. For almost getting it all, but never
Almost.
truly.
I'm
Sucks.
just teased. That's it. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It's a tease. Seth, I think you have a couple. I know we've gone on this for a little bit, but back to you're an asshole if.
I mean, I feel like these kinds of things should lead to stories. So I mean, we're gonna rabbit
Okay.
trail like crazy. Like, so one of my biggest pet peeves, and I really like it makes me mad on the road. Which most of the things that are gonna tick me off are going to be on the road, because I feel like there's just etiquette you need to follow. But like going slow in the fast lane, especially if there's only 2 lanes, like just not getting over for people who are clearly trying to go faster. So like you see a whole line of people behind this one person because they're trying to get by them. Like you're an asshole for that. Like if you're passing, like say a semi, like semi's going 60, you want to go 65, like that's your comfort zone or whatever. Because I know some people aren't comfortable on the highway. Like you're like I can go 65, but you decide to pass the semi. Sure, pass them, whatever. If we have to slow down for you to go 65 around the semi, cool. But as soon as you get past that semi, get the over. Like,
Yeah.
and if you don't, like, and I see that all the time, especially here, they're really bad at it, where they'll just keep on going in the fast lane, going super slow, so everyone just ends up having to like go around them, which just makes the whole world more dangerous. Like,
More accidents are
Yeah.
caused by people going slow in the fast lane.
driving slow, I feel like is as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than going well above the speed limit. All it takes
I
is
mean,
one person
it's-
even going the speed limit and not paying attention can rear end you. Like, I mean, if they're like Lance away, they're like just chilling at the speed limit and someone's going like 15 below the speed limit, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I just don't understand the mentality. I literally have never not gotten over for somebody unless I'm already going like say it's 60 miles and we're all going 80 miles an hour. I feel less inclined to just like hop over sometimes. But if they're just riding my butt for more than a little bit and they don't like back off or something, then I just move over and let them go 100 or whatever they want to
Yeah, I
go.
mean, I'd say
'Cause I'm not
always
gonna
get
hold 'em
over.
back.
See,
Yeah.
one thing I do, and this might be a little excessive on the nice side, but like, so I do a lot of highway driving. I generally just set my advanced cruise control because it's just simple. We just go and it does the work for me. So like I'll be going like maybe 75 or whatever, and I'm like passing somebody. I see someone coming up on me pretty fast, and I'm like, okay, they're going faster. I will speed up to finish like passing or whatever. So I will actually accelerate and then get over and go back to the speed I want to be at. Just
Yeah,
because I'm like I'm
I
getting
do
out of
that
your
too.
way. Like
Yeah.
it's I just feel like it's what you should do. It's basic etiquette.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think it falls down. I swear to God, like the only thing that makes sense to me is that people that do that are either like mentally just not there, or they're like they feel morally like justified because they don't believe that you should speed. Like that's the only things
You
that
don't
make
get to
sense
you
to
don't
me.
get
So
to
they-
put-
they
you don't
need
get to
to
put your
slow
beliefs on
down
me.
in the fast lane.
You don't get to put your beliefs on me. You go the speed limit and get out of my way if I want to go faster.
Yeah, and let the cops handle it.
Like Ludacris said,
You know?
move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the
Yep.
way, bitch. Get out the
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Michael
Exactly.
Jackson.
No, it was not.
No, he's a smooth criminal though.
Was.
Michael Jackson.
He
Yeah,
was
actually
a
towards
smooth-
the end of his life, he was a smoother criminal because of all the plastic surgery and stuff.
Anyways, so I've another one I've got, and again driving, and this is actually the law, but you know it also pisses me off, and I see people who don't do it all the time, like pulling over and slowing slowing down or stopping for a emergency vehicle. So on the highway, you're not supposed to pull over and stop. You're supposed to get out of the lane and slow down. On a regular I don't want to call it residential. What do you call a street that's not a highway but not residential? Anyways,
Not an
I
Just a
access road, right?
street.
yeah, I don't know. I just told you what
a
it was.
highway would just
but-
be called like an interstate or a
Yeah.
highway.
So
wouldn't
like
be
you're
called
just
a
going on a
street.
normal street that through town. You're supposed to pull over and stop for them, whether they're going this way or that way or anything. Like because you don't know if they need to turn, you don't know anything. Like you stop, you let them do their thing, and then you go about your life. It pisses me off so much when people don't stop.
Well, if you're on the highway and they're going the opposite.
yeah, on the
direction, it
highway.
does-
Oh,
yeah.
well, yeah, opposite direction on the highway. Yeah, no, but you also don't stop on the highway. You just pull over and slow down. But it's just not following that really pisses me off because you're now putting yourself above whatever emergency they're going to. It could be someone's life. It could be anything that seconds could matter, and you're just not getting out of the way because you need to make it home or wherever the hell you're
local
going.
donut
Like,
shop is running out of donuts, and
Yeah. Gotta get there quick.
before they get cold, cold donuts are actually not bad.
Cold donuts are not bad.
no, it's one of those few foods that's like I can enjoy this hot or cold.
See, I love when I see an emergency vehicle because I'm like, hell yeah! As soon as they pass me, I'm whipping out behind them and follow them just like right on their butt. I get a free.
That is also illegal, but okay.
Oh, really? What?
You do you, man.
Hey, you got a free escort to go wherever you're
Dude,
going.
I
Patrick.
swear to God,
They're
I've
splitting
seen
traffic
people
for
do
me.
that, though.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean
think
people
you're
do that.
supposed to
It's
say,
still
like,
technically illegal.
500 feet behind him or something like that. I swear to God is what the law was in Texas. Now I don't know if it's different in each state, but yeah, it's a significant distance that you're supposed to be behind them once they pass you. Like you're not supposed to just like ride their butt. I've seen people
'cause
ride
they
their
can
butt.
make the exit and try to back up on
Yeah.
the highway.
Now, I will say that when I'm on the highway and they pass me,
That's
I'm
a
getting
free
back in the
ticket.
fast lane. I'm just not sitting there, and I definitely don't slow down. I just get over. If I have to slow down to get over, I get over, but I go right back to speeding once they're out of my way because
You
they're
mean
going
the-
fast.
You
Well, I
speed
mean-
up to the speed limit.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like,
I mean-
it's like 65. I'm going
You-
65.
Honestly,
you gotta
though,
accelerate quickly back to the speed limit.
I'm gonna be honest though. If I see an emergency vehicle in my rear view mirror and I'm on the highway, I'm just gonna keep going because they probably won't catch me. Like, because they're not
Oh,
supposed to go
wow.
over the speed limit. Like,
Unless it's a cop
Yeah.
is actively chasing you.
and then
and
I
they
can.
catch you.
Then you definitely don't stop. You keep going.
Not
And you
actual
go
advice. Not
faster.
actual advice.
And that's when you can show off how much horsepower your cars have. Can you get away from the cop car?
Yeah, I mean, Need
It's
for
the
Speed prepared me
ultimate
for these
test.
days. Like, I know how to get away from helicopters, spike strips. I got
Yeah.
this.
I played GTA 5 roleplay servers. I can get away from any kind of cop. I rob banks left and right. They'll never get me. I actually
In the
just
game,
tell
in the
them
game, though, in the game.
when I'm robbing with my hostage, I'm like, all right, if you want everything to go fine and you don't want to lose the hostage, no spike strips. And the cops don't put the spike strips on. It's crazy. Respect, right?
Oh man. So I've got
That's
one.
actually
I'm
a
gonna
thing,
throw
though.
one. I'm gonna throw one more out there, and then Patrick, if he wants to. So one thing that it bothers me, and I don't even know if it can be classified as it makes you an asshole, more maybe just afraid, paranoid. But like going to the emergency room for small things, like oh, I have a headache, or my arm hurts, or some shit like that. Like I know people who will go, or like I have a small stomach ache that just started. I know people who will go to the emergency room for that, and there are people who are there with actual emergencies, and you're now like adding to the wait list. And I mean, I've met people who are like, yeah, my stomach started hurting today, so I just went to the emergency room. Like, how about go home, drink some water, try and sleep it off. If you still feel bad, then sure, but I don't know. Or a pain in the arm or
Yeah.
something like that. Like that's not an emergency room thing. That's schedule an appointment to go meet with somebody. Like I don't know. It bothers me.
I feel like
That's how I lost my
something
way.
like emergency room is for stuff that's out of the ordinary. Okay? So it's like things that have been going on for a while and you're like, what the heck's going on? And then it like comes to a head or something and you're like all of a sudden you start feeling like really bad. Okay, then maybe. But or like you broke your arm, you know?
Insane sharp pains, especially where organs are. Like, that's
Yeah,
something you go like, okay, that's a
exactly.
little weird. But
Like extremely high pain, then okay. But like other than that, I just
broken bones. But I mean, like if you sprain your wrist or something, you don't need an emergency room for that. You can go find a physician, and, like schedule an appointment, or go to your local store and get a wrist brace or something. Like, I mean,
Hey, that's why I've got two wrists. When I sprain one, it's a lefty night. Well, it's now a righty night because
God, it's the second time today. Jeez,
I mean,
you're on you're
I
on
can
fire.
keep going. I can keep going. They call me
I'm
the
sure
Energizer Bunny.
I'm sure you can.
do they now?
I don't think they do call you that. Do you have the little the little drum part that you're supposed to have? Because the Energizer Bunny had a drum, and I don't see a drum.
No.
Okay, so you're lying. Proved.
Yep. You got me.
I hate. Okay, I think people are big a-holes when they lie.
Oh. Okay.
Thank God I don't lie.
And so that's why I'm an a-hole because I've lied before and gotten caught.
But
So
only once.
Wow,
only
you got
lied once in
caught.
your life.
Wow, what a freaking
yeah,
noob getting caught.
that's why I really don't like lying. It's like a weight on your shoulders. You
Is
know?
it a weight on your shoulders, or is it something to get
Yes.
away with, and something to exhilarate you? Because
No.
you
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 can
have
lie
so
so
many layers
much.
of lies going out that you're just like, this
You
is so
forget the
much fun.
truth.
Yeah, like the key to lying is convincing yourself first. Right.
Yeah, like yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're gonna lie, you have to believe it wholeheartedly. Like you can't half step it. It's either you go all the way or you don't go at all. But I don't know. I do feel if I do, I always feel so guilty. So
Yeah, but I
it's
think
like
there's also
at least
there's
it's just like a weight on your conscience, you know? And eventually, like, depending on how serious it is, I don't know. Yeah.
See, I had my conscience surgically removed, so
Oh
we're all
my
right.
God.
did you go to the ER for that?
No, I made an appointment.
Okay.
You got to have a specialist to get a conscience out. Not everyone can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like the soul?
Yeah, very similar, same kind of doctor. Yep.
Okay, so what you're telling me is if you were born redheaded, then you're pretty much halfway there.
I mean, it has nothing to do with your conscience, but all right, dude.
No, the soul part, like
I mean, but you can keep your soul and get rid of your conscience, or vice
but
versa.
not if you're a ginger.
Yeah. Not if you're right. Not if you're ginger.
That's what South Park told me.
Yeah.
Well, South Park said
I
it.
thought that
It's
was-
true.
I thought that was a rule.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait. So you're telling me that they do have? Wow. I'm gonna have to apologize to
A conscience? Yeah, probably.
like 5 people at this point. I'm in trouble. Oh.
Thanks.
I feel like there is a level to lying, though. Like,
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't.
right?
I
There
don't
is,
get.
isn't there?
I don't get.
Some lies are important.
I don't get the satisfaction ever from lying. Like I don't. I just feel bad. Like there have been things that like okay, I'm not gonna tell the full truth to somebody because I feel like the truth would just hurt them more,
Or it's not a It's not a necessity.
and it's
for
not
them to
something
know.
that they need to know or whatever. So it's just like whatever. I just withhold it. But I
Yeah.
try not to even like bring I do it in a way where it's like almost like a I don't know, where you're like telling the truth but you're not, if that makes sense.
I
I
mean,
think
that's
my
just skilled lying. Thank you. Like if
Yeah.
if you tell the truth in a way or in a certain way that you don't actually say what they want you to say, that's just skilled lying.
Yeah, but I mean at least you like, you skirt it. You don't have to do the full
I mean, but there are some that you have to say, like, does this dress make me look fat? you have to say no. You can't say yeah. It kind of it kind of draws the eyes to the love handles. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You just say, babe,
Like,
you
I
got a
mean,
fat ass.
you just be like, no, not at all. Looks great. Like,
Babe, you got
You got a fat ass.
They might take that as a compliment, though.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
oh, they do.
But yeah, stuff like that. It's like,
Hey,
I
babe,
swear to
does this
God.
do these pants make my dick look big?
Wow.
Nothing can
Nope.
do that.
Not
These,
at all.
these skinny jeans make me have a bulge, and it's like,
I bought two sizes
see-
too small intentionally.
Intentionally,
Your butt's like your legs, your thighs, they're just like squeezed in, like your waist is like overflowing because of how tight your pants are. I've seen people that are like wear that, and I'm just like, I just don't understand, man. Like
What
Like-
what are the what are
like
the thighs
I
and legs
don't
look like when they
mind
take off the
skinny
pants?
jeans, but I just think it looks so goofy on people that like it's just so tight on them, and then the rest of their body is not skinny. It just looks
We should
goofy.
Patrick, we should trademark that called skinnier jeans.
Skinnier jeans.
Skinnier jeans, yeah.
And I feel like okay, women wear
Show off your bulge.
women wear tight jeans like all the time, right? Like
Oh yes.
pretty much always. So it's a
Mhm.
little bit different of a rule, but it's so goofy when I see dudes wear like super skinny, like skin tight jeans, like just like hugging everything, showing everything to the
they want to
world.
look good too. All right.
Hey, but I think we can all say it's perfectly acceptable.
And then
when
it's
women do it,
like-
right?
It like literally looks like they're like a straight line, and then it's like whoop. You're like, wow. I don't know. I just don't think that looks good.
I think we all just need to follow the rule of wear what flatters your body. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
look like it doesn't matter your body type. There's something that will look good on you. Like you have to
if you wanna
accept
wear
what
leggings and
doesn't. You
show
have to
that ass
expect what
off, there you
does.
go.
Like I mean, do
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna say no.
But also, you do you. But
Yeah.
also, be nice to everyone else.
But
I have another a-hole one. When you go to a store and hold up the entire line
for what
For-
reason?
for a complaint, for you need something done and
Fucking coupons.
you can't make your decision up.
Or a check.
Coupons.
God,
Let me
check.
write this check out.
Nobody
lottery,
does that. Don't stop
arguing over a price, and so literally there's like 25 people behind you and you want 40 cents off of something, and you're just sitting there waiting for it to get figured, and you're like, really? Obviously I'm over exaggerating because 40 people is a lot, but it's like, all these people behind you and you're taking their time up, but you're like so self-centered that you're like, nah, I'm just gonna make everybody else wait because like I need this thing or whatever. Or I
lottery.
want it done. Yeah.
Yeah, to the coupons thing.
That
I used to
is
see
I
that.
feel like they're straight up a-holes.
When I
can
worked at
agree with
Dollar
that.
General, I used to see that a lot. So at the time, at least, it's possible this has changed because it's been almost 10 years. No, it hasn't. Yeah, actually, it has. It has because it was 2012, I think, is when I started there. Um, anyways, Saturday nights is when the ad would go out, and so at 8 p.m. we would put the ad stickers out, and around 8:30, 8:35 is when the price change would actually go live. And we always used to have these ladies come in, and they would bring binders full of coupons. And so they would go buy 35, 40 packets of toothpaste, like the travel size toothpaste, and toothbrushes, and makeup remover, and wipes, or cheaper stuff like that would go on sale. So they'd buy it in bulk, and then they would stack coupons on top of it. So many times, I would get called to the front as my cashier would have an issue usually, and the issue usually involved within $1 or so of the price being wrong. They would get upset that the total was 8 cents higher than it was supposed to be because they had calculated it with tax on their end, oh, it's supposed to be this exact number. And when it wasn't that exact number and when it was higher by cents, they would get irritated, call the manager. So I go up to the front to figure out what's going on. And the entire line would stop because there's just two of us working, the cashier and myself. And I can't open up another line to assist other customers because I'm helping the cashier trying to figure out where the price change was, like where I guess the difference was. And usually it's because a coupon didn't stack or some nonsense like that. And so I would have to spend 10, 15 minutes price overriding certain items. But then if you price overrid, sometimes the coupon then would not get applied correctly. So it would take the coupon off because it would say it's invalid because the price is, so low or too low for the coupon to
Oh,
take effect.
jeez.
Yeah, it was, and it was every single Saturday night. The same people came in, and it was like this all the time. And you would have customers. I'm certain. So the thing with Dollar General, at least, I noticed is you have regulars. 80% of the people that go there the same time every day, and it got to the point where people stopped coming in late Saturday night because they knew these ladies would come in, something would happen, and they didn't want to have to deal with waiting forever. But yeah, it was literally within a dollar. That's what they would get upset about because it wasn't exactly the price they wanted. It was too high. It was 10 cents, 15 cents higher than it should have been. So you have to redo all of this.
I'm sorry, but if you have to argue about pennies or even like small dollars, you probably shouldn't be buying everything you're buying anyways. Like,
well, did they buy it all so they could resell it?
Yeah, so again, well, if they're gonna resell it, jack their price up a penny a thing, and they'll make their money back. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
so many people would get upset and just leave. They would take their cart or their basket, or if they were holding the item in their hands, they would leave it on the ground, just walk out the store.
Yeah, that's
I would
a-hole.
too. Like, if you go to a place like Dollar General, it's because you need more things than you get like at a convenience store, but you don't want to go to a big grocery store because you're just trying to be in and out as fast as possible. Yeah. You're in kind of a hurry, but you gotta go to an actual store. So you go to Dollar General. You don't want to wait 10 minutes for somebody to complain about coupons. Like, I would have walked out too. I'm like, all right, let's go.
And so the thing is, I didn't care about the price change. I would happily go in and just price adjust some things. That way they get the hell out of my store. But usually whenever you would do that, you would encounter some issue and it would be incompatible with the coupon. So you then usually have to start over and then your price overriding everything. Like 1 penny. You're taking a penny off of each item. That way it doesn't go too low. Because that was the thing is the register, if it detected something was too low, it wouldn't allow you to apply the coupon to that item.
Right.
And sometimes you had to have 4 items for that coupon to apply because it wasn't just a coupon per item. It was a coupon per a set amount of items. And I was doing everything I could just to get them out of the store. And I can't have the cashier open up another lane because they're already signed in to this register trying to, either most of the time it was just them trying to, remove everything that had been bagged already so we could rescan it and start the transaction over.
Oh,
but my
God.
it was just... I'm thankful with where I work now. Coupons aren't a thing. Goddamn.
Yeah,
People that go in with books
I
and
think
stuff.
I think
No. If you go in with a book full of coupons like that and you are planning to bulk buy stuff, fuck you. That's all I can say is fuck you. You're an asshole.
Woo!
People like that piss me off.
Fair.
Because
I mean, it's fair.
10 out of 10 of those people that come in, they were dicks. All of them were dicks.
I rarely see when I do and come into people like that aren't just doing like one coupon that they got from a cigarette or something where there's like, hey,
like my mom will go in and she'll have a couple of coupons she'll want to use, maybe like.
But the
Walmart
people who have bulk
something.
coupons, they're also
they bring
assholes.
binders. When they bring binders in,
they are not nice people. They're not trying to be nice people,
not.
And so it just makes it even worse.
And they're selfish. That was the biggest thing. It was just how selfish you are. Just you're willing to hold up people and inconvenience people for 20, 30 minutes because you want to save 10 cents.
Yeah.
And then you start getting irritated and you start yelling at the cashier, who most of the time, and I saw it firsthand, just the amount of in and out we got, with employees, because most of the time cashiers, at least that was the position that usually didn't last the longest. And you'd have cashiers that were, this is their second or third day on the job. And I'd seen them cry because these people would yell at the cashiers as if it's somehow the cashier's fault. It's
Yeah.
just like really that's verbal abuse.
You know, one time I had somebody. It was, I don't think it was a coupon situation, but they were arguing over a price because they said they couldn't afford the extra, like it was like $1.50, something like that. I paid for it. Like I just gave them, like, I'm like, here. I handed the cashier a $5 bill, and they were like, thank you. I'm like, don't thank me. Like I didn't say this part. I'm like, don't thank me. Just get out of my way. Like I'm not paying
It's
to be
even worse.
nice. I am
It's even
paying
worse
so
when
I
you
can
do that.
leave. Like,
It's even worse, like so, like exactly like Seth, like you're behind someone, right? And they're complaining or they don't have enough money, whatever it is. And you're like, fine, this is taking too long here. You give the cashier the money to pay for the difference, and then the cashier then goes to hand the change to the person in front of you. It's
You
like,
had
no,
that happen?
no, that's my
That's my
change.
money.
I get the difference back. They don't get it. They get their stuff and leave.
Does that happen? Have you had
Yes.
that happen?
I've had it
Oh,
happen a
hell
couple times. Where they will
no.
hand the change to the person in front of me, and you have to
I mean,
stop and say,
but
no,
you know
excuse me,
that
that's my
is
change."
that's you know
Yeah.
muscle memory though. Like they give
Yeah.
the change back to the person at the register. Like I mean that
They didn't
makes
have the
sense.
change
But,
in the
just,
first place.
but yeah, it was just like
Oh,
I
God.
like I said, I did that once, and like they were like thanking me, and I just really wanted to be like, just leave. Like I wasn't being nice. I was being selfish. I can afford $1.50. Apparently you can't. Get out of here. Like let me buy my stuff so I can keep on going.
Yeah, my time is
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
Like I would rather pay $1.50 than stand here for another 10 minutes. Like
Oh, I have another. You're an asshole. Bicyclists. This goes for all of you bicyclists out there.
that's just
The
it.
people that
Stop right
refuse-
there. Just bicyclists.
Yeah, they're the people that refuse to stop at stop signs. They're the people that refuse to yield. They don't indicate lane changes. They go wherever they want. And if you get to a stop sign before they do, they don't stop at the stop sign. So you have to stop even though you were there first and then wait for them to cross very slowly because they're on a bicycle. And then you go. No, those people are assholes.
I mean,
I
see
if
no
they're riding on the
time.
road, they're supposed to follow road laws, obviously, other than
Mhm.
speed limits. But they're stopping. They're supposed to stop. Signal when they're supposed to
Yeah,
signal.
it's like when I was a
but-
kid and I rode a bicycle, I'd stop at stop signs. It's like, that car may not stop for you. And if
Yeah.
if they
sound-
hit you, even
Sounds
though they're
like
the
somebody's
bigger
gonna get
vehicle,
killed eventually.
yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Even
I'm
if
sure
they're
they
the
have
bigger
in the
vehicle,
past, yeah.
because the rule of the road is the biggest vehicle is always supposed to give respect to the smaller vehicle, right? Whether it's like an 18-wheeler to a car or a car to a bicyclist. The thing is, that bicyclist is like, well, just keep going, just ignore a stop sign. That person may not stop at that stop sign. Now they've hit you. Or maybe they don't have a stop sign, you do. And they keep going, you run into them. You're at fault, even though you're the one that got hit, because you ignored the sign that says, hey, stop, because this isn't a four-way stop. And then you got hit.
and-
Nope, they're a victim.
I mean, and another thing onto that is like the bicyclists who use the entire lane, like they are a car. And I get like there's always a bike lane, using the road, but if you've got a car coming up on you, you get over, like you pull over towards the curb.
You don't have to get on the
Like you
sidewalk,
give them
but get
space so where
closer
that they
to
can
the
go over a
curb.
little bit, yeah. But
Yeah.
I've seen so many that like sit middle lane and just like I'm gonna go 10 miles an hour. Fuck you all. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
aggravating. Bicyclists are they're a different kind of people.
And the ones that are
Yeah.
the worst, the ones that go full garb, and they've got like the skin suit tight. The tight skin suit that does give them the bulge. They got the helmet with the Oakley Lance Armstrong glasses with the fingerless gloves, and
Yeah.
they've got they've got the little the shoes that go over the ankle a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got the people like that. Those are the worst, and they usually are in packs.
Usually in
None of
packs.
them. The packs of them.
They
So
run
it's
in
like when I
packs,
hit
so
them
it's
with-
harder. It's harder to run. I mean, not run them over. I mean,
No, whenever
I,
you hit
I
them,
hate
you
the
get the
biker gangs.
You get the multiplier.
you get the multiplier.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
the multiplier.
And that's when I would take out Charizard and I would go through every biker gang and just destroy them, Oh, I thought we were talking about the Pokemon games. My bad.
No, Pokemon's the STDs, right? You're supposed to catch them all.
Right. You could do that too. I'm interested what some of the evolutions would be on that. We
I
should
don't
really
think
delve into
you
this.
don't want to see the evolutions.
Oh God.
Google's your friend, though.
It's
Google
like
is your friend.
you got like Charmander, What's the middle one? I can't even remember.
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon, and then Charizard. So what is it like? Carnoria. I can't even think of something you would add on to that. Like, I don't know.
Nope. Nope. I mean, I don't think we need to get back into the STD talk.
No,
I think we
no,
can just
That's
let
an
this one
evolution.
slide.
That's an evolution you don't want to experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably true. Probably true.
Yeah, well,
Well, is that a wrap?
yeah.
No.
No.
Nowadays.
Okay.
I honestly cannot believe that we literally spent an
Talking about
entire
assholes.
episode about assholes.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't think we went on so many tangents.
We started with
That's
we
actually
started with
crazy.
STDs and then immediately went into assholes and then
And you can get an STD in your asshole though, can't you?
yes, yes you can. That's actually the main way to
Yes.
get AIDS. So
Jeez, God, why are we asking these questions? I'm interested though, if people want to leave us some stuff in the comments of things that you think is like, are you an asshole for doing it? Because I feel like we missed so many things, so many. We only covered a very brief stint.
this topic, I mean, it has to do also with personal pet peeves. So things that really piss some people off might not piss other people off. They might not make us angry, make someone else angry. Right?
That really peeves me off.
Really.
See, like a pet peeve,
Yeah.
it's just annoying to me. But like, I
Yeah,
feel
but
like a-hole. It's like it's on a different level. It's not just annoying. Like you're just blatantly disregarding everybody else around you to get whatever you want.
So
That's when you're just an a-hole.
The way
because
I'm
it's like
thinking
you're-
about it is like, a pet peeve, I'm going to roll my eyes and keep going. I'm not going to, unless, we live together and it's been going on forever, I might say something. But just for
Yeah,
most pet
yeah.
peeves, I'm just like, that was
Patrick is supposed to
stupid.
lift the seat up before you piss.
Yes, you are. Anyways, we have
I
separate
don't.
restrooms. I don't care. But
It's
but
a-
yeah,
to
like
do
so
with
a
the
pet
work of
peeve
art.
I'll just let slide. Something like that, like especially like on the road. Like I want you to pull over. Like I want, if I see you pull into a parking lot, I want to follow just to have a conversation with you about how much of an asshole you are. Like that's how like those ones are. So it's a
But-
little more than a pet
Not
peeve.
actual
I want to,
advice, not actual advice.
unless you want
Yeah.
to, unless you want
Unless
to.
you
I
want to
mean,
get shot or something.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I
people would
mean,
get so offended over
it's
it.
only advice if you can defend yourself, whether you carry your own or whatever you got to do. But but I mean, it's just like sometimes I yelled at someone because she was smoking with her windows up with a child in the car. Like I yelled at her for it, and I mean
That's
she
douchey.
went off back. But I'm just like I should call somebody on you because you're a shit person. Like I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes you just gotta
You're
let people know.
actively endangering somebody other than yourself.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let people know.
And it's been proven that if you're in like a contained space like that and you're smoking, the people that are in there too are
Or
actively smoking secondhand smoke, still bad for them. So if you're smoking in a car with your baby, yeah, that's
It wasn't a baby, but it was a toddler. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Ah,
but
don't
it doesn't
If
matter,
they're
but
not-
I'm
if
just-
they're not older and they
Hey,
can't make a
unless baby
decision
is
like
nickname
that,
of your girlfriend, you guys are smoking something other than cigarettes in the car.
nah, like I can't believe that. What, she didn't want to roll the window down, or
I
like,
mean, I don't know. Like she pulled up next
That's
to me. I was
crazy.
at a gas station. She pulled up next to me and was smoking. Her windows were up, and then when she got out, I just kind of let her have it. Like wow.
Did she give you a cigarette afterwards?
Yes. Yeah. When we
No,
smoked
she
it.
probably
in the
was
car.
like, F you.
Yeah, Seth's like, hey, can I bum one of those off you, please?
Yeah. I bum most things. That's how I get stuff. These headsets.
Nice.
Headsets. I had to bum them off somebody.
Never got
Wow.
one back?
And you just never gave him back.
You don't give
Unbelievable.
things back that you bum. They give it to you for peace of mind, and you leave them alone.
True.
You just leave.
True. I've given like I gave a mouse away and a keyboard away before.
Was the
Never
mouse
got
alive? Was it big? Was
Let's
it
say,
little?
yeah.
Did it squeak?
No, but it was a nice mouse. But then they ended up buying
Like
another
Stuart
one.
Little?
They basically bought the same exact one as me. And then Never gave me back the other one.
Wow.
But it's fine. It's whatever. It was a Corsair. It wasn't a bad mouse. It's just the mouse I have now is way better. So, you know,
Nice. So, question of the week: why do you
Logitech
think they
Hero?
call it bumming off of somebody? That's the we're gonna leave that there.
it is a Logitech. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Huh? What? No, we're wrapping. That's
Oh, sorry. Okay. No more
yeah.
changes.
No more.
Speaking of
no.
rapping,
This has been the Talking Guys, episode 53, 53
Eight?
and 5 pennies. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
all right.
Kudo.
Peace.